Hello everyone, guys. We are live now, and we are going to start in next 5 to 6 minutes. Till then, if you have any doubts, you can ask. I have few announcement. Let everyone join the session, and then I will do all the announcement for today's. Hello everyone. Hello.
So guys, if you have any queries, please wait. Please ask them and wait for the session to start.
Guys,
Sarthak, do you want to make any announcement or we can continue with the session?
important to join the live session because from we are monitoring the attendance and most of you approx 20 to 30 except 20 to 30 students, no one is coming daily. So guys, we are starting with this series only for you. We don't want to end up with this series like this, so please try to so try to join the session daily. Second thing is that we have delivered all the AWS and uh, Python project arena certificates to all the participants. So if you have any doubt regarding that, regarding names and all, so contact me on my on my LinkedIn, or you can contact me on Telegram group. Okay, guys, for queries you have LinkedIn. Don't answer, don't question your queries personally to any mentor, because personally a single person cannot take 20 to 30 queries daily. So please try to understand. If you have any query, ping on Telegram. Our team is there to manage all the queries. Okay, so guys, let's start with today's session. And today's session is little much joyful for you. And we are super soon started with React. So if your any friend is interesting for React development or Docker, as it's now Docker is the most powerful tool right now. So please, if your any friend is interested to join Docker and React, so you can ask them to contact us, or we will release the form soon. Kshitij, you can start. Thank you.
So hello everyone. Today we are going to start with backup compression and creating users in Linux. So guys, what do you understand by compression? What is compression according to you? Please let me know in the comment section. Till then, I am updating what is compression really is. Guys, please answer my question. What is compression according to you? So let me answer if none of you are familiar with the concept of compression. So most of you have heard that if we compress our data, we reduce the size of our data. No, it is not like that. Compression exactly does not mean to reduce the size of data. No, no. Compressing is not like reducing. Compression does not mean reducing the size of data. If compression does not mean reducing the size of data, what is compression then? Compression is the form. So compression is just another form of data representation. Let me show you what compression is. For example, if I have a data which has 1 1 1 1 1 5 ones, then 5 zeros, then 5 ones, then 5 zeros. So if I compress the data, that data will be represented as 5 ones are stored in my device, plus 5 zeros are stored in my device, plus 5 ones are stored in my device, plus 5 zeros are stored in my device. So actually what happens is that it is representing the data in another manner, but what seems to us that is the data is being reduced in size. So actually the data is not reduced in size, but it is only a different form of data representation. Now, if we compress the data, what happens? Let me show you with the help of a picture. For example, if data is this large, when we compress the data will be reduced to some size smaller. Then if we further compress the data, the size will be some smaller also. But if we further compress the data, the size of the data after compression will be larger than the size of the compression. So why does this happen? Why does the data size of the compression increase after a certain limit? Let me tell you. Okay, why is it not? Each of the file has a compression limit. Each file has a compression limit and compression capability. Beyond that capability, if we try to compress the file, the size of the file will increase rather than being decreased. If we try to compress beyond limit, the size will increase. So compression is not exactly the meaning. Compression's meaning is not exactly to reduce the size of data, but it is another form of data representation. And for example, 5 ones, 5 zeros, 5 ones, 5 zeros can be represented in this. So the memory space used by the whole address, the memory space which was being used by this address is much larger than the memory space used by this address. So this is the main difference about the compression. So guys, are you familiar with the compression? What compression is? If you are familiar, I will move further and introduce some of the Linux command about compression. Are you familiar what compression is? Guys, please let me know in the comment section. Are you familiar what compression is? Okay, okay, you are familiar. Great. Now let us look at different type of compression. Compression can be of different types. The most common being zip, another one being bzip, and third one being gzip. Gzip is the one which we use most commonly in Linux operating system. So these are the three of the compression techniques which are available. Now let us see gzip, as gzip is the most commonly used compression technique in Linux. So now let us look at the gzip command and what is the implementation of gzip command. So let us now look at the syntax of the gzip command. The syntax of gzip command is gzip and then the file name. So what it will do, it will compress the file. And g unzip and then file name. What it will do, it will decompress the file. So these are the syntax of gzip and gunzip command. But why increase the size after a certain limit? Because Hiren Chavda, you have a great question. Why increase in size after a certain limit? As I told you, compression is about the representation of data. For example, once we have attained the representation of data in the smallest way and we compress the data again. So what compressing do? Compressing changes the representation of data. But when it is in the smallest representation, how we can change it into something more smaller? So the size of data increases as the representation is changed to something else. So let us see the practical now. Guys, the VM is starting. Till then, let us continue with the. Sarthi, you were saying something.
I want to say some, a minor announcement. Guys,
Okay.
our team has decided, dot question mark and all the management team has decided that we started this NEEV only, for all the students. But now, as we are thinking, only 50 to 60 students are participating in the NEEV activity. To what we are doing, the students who submit the Linux and the Docker assignment, the students, those who are continue with us for the project arena, upcoming project arena also, we will only we continue with them. What is actually we are doing with this? Only the student will get the access for React, cybersecurity, and AWS. Those who are here today, and those who will continue with us. So we will not provide any access to any other students other than NEEV participants. So this is the one this is the one biggest announcement, guys, and we will announce this on the group also. Only the participants, those who are live with us today, and in our upcoming webinars also, they will get the access of React, AWS, cybersec, and upcoming NEEV projects, which contain data science, AR/VR, and many big domains. So and I think, Shreya, you can continue the session from now.
And Sarthak, also I have got queries that some of them are having classes at the time. So for classes for the student who are having classes, what we will do?
For the student, those who have classes, I have recently said that if you have classes, so you can send us the schedule of the classes. Okay, then we consider your attendance and take your attendance after you watch the session. But only I get two or three, classes schedule, and I am considering them also. So it's not our problem. If they have class, so they need to inform us.
Oh, okay, then it's great. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are super audible.
Okay, let us continue with the session further. Now let us see the practical implementation about the gzip command. Let me open the terminal once. I don't know why it is taking so much time. So is my terminal screen clear to everyone? If it is clear, I will start the session. If you are having some issues, I will do more into the screen. So I am LSing, and there are various files present in my. So let me ls minus al and file.txt. So the size of this is 91 bytes. Now let me compress the file using gzip command as I told you. So the command is gzip and the file type and file.txt. So it has compressed the file. Let me see. So gzip, so this .gz file is present. Now let me see what is the size of this file. ls minus al and file.txt.gz. So the size of the file is now increased, as you see, 91 to 98. So this is one of the case in which the size of the file has increased because because compression is not about reducing the size of data. It is about the representation of data. So this is the live example that you have shown. The size is increased from 91 bytes to 98 bytes. Are you guys now clear about the thing that compression is only about the representation of data and not about the decrease in the size of data? Guys, have you now seen that the uh, compression not only reduces the size of data but also work on the representation of data? Yes, it is clear. Then it is great. Let us see further and let me unzip the file. So guys, to unzip the file, the command is gunzip. Okay, the file explorer is open. Let me see if I have any files in the folder. Okay, let me create a file and let me compress that to show you. Yes. Let me rename it. So I am creating a file with a huge amount of data. Let us see. And yes command is very powerful command in Linux, so you are all allowed. Please use it with caution. For example, I have run the command only for some seconds, for 20 seconds. And let me see the size of the file which yes command has created. I have only run, okay, let me make it in human readable form. I have run the command for 20 seconds and it has created a file of size 467 MB. So that's great. Now let us try to compress this file. So this is the size of the file before compression. Now I am using gzip command, gzip and file name which is test.txt, and I am compressing it. So it is now processing. After the processing it will move to the next terminal. Please wait for it to process, then let us see the output. So guys, any guesses how much the size will be reduced from 467 MB? What will be the size of the compression after? What will be the size of compression from 467 MB? Any guesses? Guys, only Nishit has given answer. I want more answer from you. What will be the size of compression for from 467 MB? Okay, let us see. So the file was test.txt. Where is the file? ls minus alh test.txt.gz. The size of the file has been reduced from 467 MB to less than 1 MB. It is 928 KB only. From 467 MB to 928 KB. Guys, any guesses how is it possible to reduce the size from 467 MB to 928 KB? It is all possible because we what we put in the file was simple hello world, and we put it for many time. So what the compression did, like I told you, it moved from 11111 to 5 times once. So it also did the same with that. So from is the text? I don't know where is the text option. Let me know. From 467 MB, the size is reduced to less than a MB. That is because the file contained a single word for which the representation was counted. No, why it is not working. Now let us continue further. There are also various other compression techniques which are available with us. So some of the other compression techniques which are available are bzip2. bzip2 is one of the compression technique which is available and which is also used widely. Yes, Guinea, I mean that it does not mean reducing size. It is only the representation which was changing. For example, a file contained 50 times hello, but now what I did was write 50 times of hello. I am not contracting my words. I said the compression will reduce the size, but it was not what it was doing only. It was not only reducing the size, it was changing the representation of the data. As I have also shown you, the size can also be increased with the compression. I think the size was also increased if you have seen in the first example. So it is not exactly reducing the size, but reducing the size is some of the thing that the compression also does. So bzip2 has a similar syntax, and you can try the bzip2 command yourself. So there are various compressors available. So which compressor is good? How to know? The compressor is good. The compressor whose compressing and decompressing capability both are good is considered as a good compressor. And the compression depends on the data type that is stored. Can you try to compress the compressed file again? Yes, we can try to compress the compressed file again. You try and let me know what the outcome is. So bzip2 compresses the file to bzip2 format, and bzip2 compressor is considered a better compressor than the gzip compressor. Bzip compressor is better than gzip compressor, but it is slower than gzip. So this is a point which you need to keep in mind, that bzip compressor is a better compressor than gzip compressor, but what it is slower than gzip compressor. So this was about the compressing our data. So is the compression clear to everyone? It does not allow me to compress it again. Why it does not allow? Let me compress the data again. What is happening, guys? For example, the test.txt.gz is a compressed file, and if I compress the file again, gzip test.txt.gz, and I press enter. Okay, it has a syntax. Let me rename the file mv test.txt.gz, and I am renaming it to test only. Now, if I am trying compressing gzip test, so if I ls the file, so test.gz will be a file present, ls minus alh test.gz. So as you can see now also the size is increased. Earlier it was 928 KB and now it has increased to 1.3. Okay, it is further reduced. I thought it was MB. So the size is further reduced. Let us try to compress it once more. MV test.gz to test.1 MC not MV or gzip test.1, and let us ls minus alh to test.1.gz, and now it has further reduced from 1.3 KB to 257 bytes only. But renaming it may cause error while decompression. No, renaming it will not cause error while decompression. Like I am g unzip test. So it is processing test.gz. Test.gz. I don't know why the file is not being shown in my ls command. I think I have changed something. So, but renaming may cause error, but if you want to compress further and you want to do the things via CLI, you can also use some options, and you can have a look at the man of the gzip command, which is man gzip. So it will give you all of the options which you can use with the gzip command, and you can use -a for ASCII, -d to decompress, -f to force compression. So these are various of the things which we can use. Now let us come to backup. What is backup? Why the text feature has been backup? The file does not got removed. Let me show you. ls test test.txt. Why is it showing? What was the name? ls-al. So test.doc, the file is present. The file is not removed. I think there is some problem, but the file does not get removed. So what is compression? So compression is, so what is backup? So backup is compression plus copy. Compressing the data and copying it for a storage so that it can be decompressed again. So for compression we use tar in Linux. We use tar in compression and backup. Tar files. We use tar in Linux to backup our data. So what does rar and tar does? Rar and tar are the syntax. Rar and tar does not compress the data. Don't compress the data. But they are used for archiving. So we can use compression techniques additionally on our tar or rar to compress them further and save our disk size. So this is the thing. If also the question is, there is a question which many of people have asked me. The question is that if we can, why is it not moving? If we can store the data in a directory, then why to archive it? So this is a question that is dominant and many of the people have asked. So what is the answer to it? So the answer is that directory can run the executables. So viruses can affect the directory easily. It is not the thing that archives cannot be attacked with virus, but it is easy for a directory to be attacked with virus, and the directory can be accessed remotely. The directory can be accessed remotely very easily, but to access a archive remotely, we need to first share the archive. And third is that sharing the archive is easy. So if we need to back up the data to another computer, so sharing the archive is easier, much easier than sharing the directory. So let us look at the command and how to create archive. For archive, we will be using tar command. So what is the syntax of the tar command? Let us look at tar minus cvf and then file name. File name, it is better to write archive name and files. So here we can also put various files like file 1, file 2, file 3 and so on. So we can put various files in an archive at once. So the C option here, C option. C option specify to create, V to verbose to show us the visual output, and F to F option shows file. So what does this command do? What this command does is that it create an archive. So this command does this. Now let us look tar minus t v f and the archive. When using the tar minus tvf command, we need to specify the name of the file. We need only to specify the name of the file. So what does tar minus tvf command does? It views the content of the archive. So what minus tvf does to view the content of the archive? What minus xvf does? Xvf extract the contents of the archive under current location. Now tar minus xvf archive name and minus c and location.
Kshitij, I think
Yes, Arthur.
your screen is creating the problem. You have zoomed your screen very much. You have zoomed your screen.
My screen is not visible.
Your screen is visible. Problem is zoom out is. I think
Is it now okay?
yes, yes, yes.
Extracts the data to the specified location. And further, if we look, there is one interesting command now. Tar minus cvzf cvjf sorry cvzf and file name archive name sorry, and then I supply various files. So what this command does? It is a magic command. It archives and compresses the data both. It both archives and compresses the data. And it uses .gz format. .gz format. But what if we want to use .bz2 format? For that, we use tar minus cvjf, and the syntax is same. The archive name, and then various files. File 1, file 2, file 3, and so on. So it also archives and compresses the data. But here the compression technique uses .bz2. So these are some of the commands which are used very frequently while backupping and archiving. So let me show you one or two commands. Rest you can practice yourself, and if you face any problem, I will be there to assist you. Let me show you one or two of the command in action. So let me list the files. So I will be creating a compressed from test.java file and file.txt tar minus cvf. I don't know why it is minus cvf file and file.txt neev.c and test.java. Now it is processing. So here the file name I supplied. Okay, I forgot to supply the archive name. So the file it has considered as archive name. Let us ls the contents and file.txt.gz. I think it was present earlier also. Okay, let us try something else. I forgot to supply the and the file name will be test.tar. So the test.tar file will be created. Let us wait for it to process. Yes, file is the archive name, but file was already present, so it removed the file and overrided previous file. Let us compress to .tar file. So if I ls, so test.tar is present here. ls minus alh test.tar. So it is 618 MB in size. So as we see, it didn't did any of the compression. But if we use any compression technique like tar minus cvzf and I compress the file to test.tar.gz and I compresses the same file, for example file.txt neev.c and test.java. So what will happen now? Let us see if after the processing. Now let us see. Test.tar.z is created and ls minus a lh and test.tar.gz. So now the backup is only of 1.2 MB. So this is the main difference between compressing a file. Now let me view the contents of the file also, so it will be easy for you. And this is the last command about the backup thing which I am executing. I will share you the png file of the whiteboard and you can access these commands. So these are the files which are present as I am using the view option. Yes, we can use pv to view the progress. That's why I have gave you the command pv so that you can use it. Now the last topic which is going to be covered is about user. I will be going to show you how to create a user in Linux operating system. It is the last topic for today. So let us now look at users in Linux. So there is a command called user add, and I will type username. So this command will create a user in Linux operating system. But the user will not be accessible until I set a password. And to set a password for the user, I will write PASSWD. This is a command, and the password command provided by the username as an argument will help us set the password for the user. So user concept was not a big concept in Linux, and so these are the two commands which are used while creating users in Linux. And if we want to remove password for a user, if we want a user to be passwordless, so the command is PASSWD minus D option and username. So now what will this command do? This command will remove the password from the user and it will be an open account. So this is and how to delete a user. Let me also show you how to delete a user. Userdel is a command in Linux which is used to delete the user. Userdel and username. What it command does is delete the user from the Linux operating system, but it does not remove any of the data. If I use userdel minus r username, so this command, what will this command do? This command will remove the data along with deleting the user. So these are some of the basic command about users in Linux. I think this is the end of today's session. Sarthak, if you have any announcements to make, you can, or we can end the session today.
So, guys, thank you for joining us today. I have shared a LinkedIn link to you, and please wait a minute, Sutij. I have shared the LinkedIn link, and you need to fill the attendance for today over there. We have run in the vote. Please fill before 6:25. We will end up the vote at 6:25. And guys, don't comment great session and all. Comment all the commands which we have learned today. If you miss any command, go and watch this session after the video ends. Don't comment great session or it's a very good session. We don't want to hear this. We want what you have learned. So learning matters. And guys, let me try if I can give you the Kshitij. Kshitij. Actually,
Yes, yes, yes.
we have provided a task to them for for changing the IP. I think this is the time when we can show them how to change the IP. Can we?
Uh, we will show it tomorrow if it is okay because I have shut down the VM for now.
Okay, no problem. I start my VM. Let me try if it starts.
Okay.
And guys, if you have any doubt, you can ask now. We are open for the doubt. Kshitish, please take the doubt till I start my VM.
Yes, yes, yes. What is the use of hard link and soft link? Hard link and soft link is a concept which we will be seeing in the further sessions. So you will get to know about hard link and soft link also.
And I think many of these students are joining now when the attendance form is distributing among the peers. So guys, don't join the session for the attendance. Join for the learning. We are here for the learning, and we are here to learn something new from you guys, and you are here to learn something from us. So don't join the session only for the attendance, only for a piece of certificate. It doesn't matter. The learning the skills you get from here, it it's matter the most. And I think you all got the certificates for Project Arena and AWS. And for this last session certificate for Apur sir, you will get it in next 2 or 3 days. So if you have any doubt, uh, uh, related to it or related to a other session, you can ask now. Then I'm starting the BF.
Also, I will share today's the whiteboard thing which I have told you. I will share it on your groups.
Guys, is my screen is visible to all?
Yes, Sathik, your screen is visible and you're good to go.
No, we didn't share this LinkedIn link to WhatsApp group. After the attendance will over, we will share this LinkedIn link. After the attendance will over, but before the attendance over, we will not share this LinkedIn link. Sorry. So, guys, waiting for the term. Is this okay, everyone? So, guys, there's a command if config which we are using to find our IP address and what all are the uh, internet connectivity or ports we are using in our system. So through this we can find all the ports running in our system. Suppose in my system Docker is also running, so Docker is also containing a port. Then this is my IP of my system 192.168.0.111. This is the IP of my system. This is the IP of my current system. Now, I will change this particular IP. How could I change? If anyone knows, please comment in the comment section, or I will tell you how to change this. Please comment how to change this IP if anyone knows. Anyone?
Sathik, I think they have provided the answer on the LinkedIn section for
No.
this question.
Okay, no problem. So
Okay,
there's a command if
Nishit has
config.
answered. Nishit has answered. Yes, Nishit has answered.
Okay, okay. Let me see the answer, then I will tell them accordingly. Uh, I think I am not. Am I audible to all?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So yes. Okay, okay. ENPC is the IP net mask. You don't need to write the net mask. You can change the IP without writing the net mask. And the IP you want to change. Suppose I want to change 192.168.0.0, or I can change this. The IP has changed. So, guys, how to see this IP? For this particular port, I have changed the IP, and this IP is this 192.168.0.0. So this is how we can change the IP and configure new IP. So till I restart the session, this IP will get the change. If I want to change the password and I don't know the previous one of the Linux, what can I do for it? I think this answer you will get tomorrow in the session. Tomorrow you will have a deep introduction to this. You will get the answer this
Uh,
answer in tomorrow's
Jitu,
session.
if you do not know the password, you can use the sudo user. And if you have forgot the password for sudo user, I think then you have to use some ethical hacking techniques like brute force and other techniques. But
Can we
it's
change the
the pass. If you have
yes?
a sudo user access.
Can we change the MAC address? Yes, we can change the MAC address also. We can change the MAC address also. Uh, how we can change the MAC address? Let's do it tomorrow. Till then, you can research it how to change the MAC address also. I think similar the way is this. MAC address can be changed. Either yes, it's a physical address. We can change the MAC address also. This is a very research-based question for you. This is a today's task for you all. And thank you, Nitish, for giving this particular task. Go and research how to change the MAC address, and I think tomorrow will show you how to change the MAC address too. Guys, MAC address and IP address, both address can be changed by us. So go and research how to change these. No, 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 no. By you don't use any tool. You need to only run a single command for this. Vinay, we don't need any tool. to change the MAC address. Only we need to run a single command and the MAC address will change. I think all of you got the link for the today's LinkedIn post, and please comment before 6:25 because the board will automatically close after 6:25. So if you have any doubt regarding today's session, you can contact us on our Telegram and WhatsApp group. If you didn't subscribe us till now, to go and subscribe our channel. We are coming up with some great tutorials for some more fields, and now on this Monday we have a TED talk with Pragati Gupta. She is the content writer and the a copywriter for freelancer. She's a freelancing, a person who is having 30,000 followers, more than 30,000 followers on LinkedIn. She's the person who wrote many copywriting content for big brands. So join us in that session. You will get to know how to blog, how to write a technical blog, how to make your blog uh, familiar, how to increase your reach so that anyone can see you. And guys, this is a very special announcement for on the behalf of dot question mark team. We are very happy to announce that our mentor Kshitiz Sahni has written an article on Docker, and it is featured by two communities, dev community and Hashnode. Kshitiz, can you provide the link of that particular article so that the student can see that Hashnode article?
Hello, Sarthak, am I audible?
Huh. Can you show me the screenshots uh, which you have provided? He is the best article writer at Hashnode today. He's one of the best article writer in
I will,
Hashnode today. So you can go and see their
Docker
article.
will start.
Let me search. Let me search. Let me search. Uh, the change is IP is proxy or not. No. This IP which we have changed is not the permanent. The IP is not permanently changed. When we restart the OS, it will automatically, change to previous one. The IP is not changed to permanent. Okay, so let me show you. Uh, this is a blog what Kshitij have written on a hash node. So container containerization in Docker getting started. So you can watch this blog. Go and have a look of this blog, and you will understand how to start with Docker and all. Guys, we recommend you to start some learning something new. If you have any doubt, then you can ask. We can't change the IP permanently. We can't change the IP permanently. Permanently, if you want to change, so we need to set up the we need to do a different configuration for this. Huh. We can't change the IP permanently. After the OS restart, it will automatically restore what its previous one. Thank you everyone. If you have any doubts, do ping me on WhatsApp, Telegram, and other group channels. Thank you everyone.
I will share the link to the blogs and everything as soon as the Docker session start. I will share you all the content.
We can write the script. We can write the script. We will share the Docker link. We will share all these link after the session starts of Docker. We can write the shell script, but it will not change permanently till the shell script execute. It will be in that state only. Okay, guys. Thank you.